Hi, everyone, and welcome to Fall 2020. I know it's been a crazy year, and I know many of us are going through so much. And so I just want to say thank you for making the choice to pursue your education. I know some of you have already met me and heard my story, but for those of you who haven't, I wanted to give you a brief introduction of myself and my educational journey. So again, my name is Giselle Flores. I'm going into my fourth year teaching at MJC, and I can't believe how quickly time has flown. I started at MJC actually as a student. I originally wanted to be a business major. I was a teen parent, and my mother gave me the ultimatum that if I wanted to live in her house, I needed to either go to school or go to work, and I decided to do both. So I enrolled at MJC, and I thought, okay, I heard business people make money, so I'm going to enroll in business classes. No offense to the business teachers, I hated it. It was not for me. But I also took a child development class, Child Development 103, in fact, and I fell in love. I knew that this is where I need to be, this is where I fit. So I finished that class and continued to pursue my degree in child development. My daughter actually went to the preschool lab program at MJC, so she's grown up there and she's starting her first year of high school this year. So it's been quite a journey. Once I finished at MJC, I had an incredible mentor, many incredible mentors, but one in particular, Debbie LaFranchini. She taught that 103 course, and she saw something in me when I didn't see anything in myself. And she really pushed me to go further in my education. I started saying, I'll just take a few classes, just enough so that my mom doesn't kick me out. And I fell in love with education. So I continued on my educational journey and got into San Francisco State University. I originally planned to pursue a degree in speech pathology. So I received my bachelor's degree in communicative disorders, which is a preparation degree to go into speech pathology. I commuted to San Francisco State from Modesto, which was quite an experience. I would leave my house at 4 in the morning to get to my 8 o'clock class. I lived on BART, ate out of my car. It was pretty intense experience, but the sacrifice was worthwhile. I actually took a year off after my bachelor's degree because the commute really took it out of me, and I said, okay, I need to work full time now. While I was going for my bachelor's degree, I was holding down 3 jobs, and I was a single mother. So I get the struggle of those of you who have multiple responsibilities and are going to school. So I immediately was hired after my bachelor's degree as an infant development specialist. So I work with children and their families in their homes, children with special needs from age birth to 3 years old. I absolutely loved that job. I actually continued it up until recently, this past September, and I still keep in contact with many of the families. Actually, several of them will be participating in our early intervention inclusion lab that we're starting this fall. So once I received that job, it was really hard for me to go back to school, but I had Debbie LaFranchini in my ear saying, okay, you got your year off. It's time to go back to school. So I enrolled in my master's program, and it wasn't for speech pathology. I said, I need to go back to my roots, and my roots was child development. So I enrolled and was accepted into their child development master's program at Sacramento State, and I finished there with my master's. And here comes Debbie LaFranchini again, and she called me and said, there's a position opening up at MJC. You should come and apply and interview. And I thought, I have no teaching experience. I've worked with babies my entire career and young children. But I did have experience working at the MJC lab where I got to work with students, and I did enjoy that a lot. So I thought, what the heck? It'll be a great experience to interview. So I put in my application. I was called for an interview, and I don't know if any of you have ever been a part of a panel interview. Ooh, was it so nerve-wracking? I was so nervous, and there was about seven of my peers just staring at me, and it was tough. I did a teaching demonstration, and that was really when I was a little less nervous, but still really, really challenging. And I thought, oh, there's no way they're going to call me back. I've never taught before. And to my surprise, they called me for a second interview. And that second interview, I met with the vice president of the college and my dean, and they asked me this question, and I'll never forget it because it was so easy to answer. And the question was, why do you want to work at MJC? And I responded with the truth. This is where I got my start. Somebody believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And if I can do that for one student, then I feel like I've paid it forward. And that's one of the biggest reasons I love this job, is because I feel like I continue to have the opportunity to pay it forward and lift up as I rise. So that's a little bit about my journey. Again, I have a incredible 14-year-old daughter who is in a freshman in high school and just started virtually. So she is going to be learning in the room right next door from us as we engage in this semester. So I get the challenge of you parents who are also teaching your own children while you're attending school. I know that obstacle, so I'm overcoming it with you. But it's important for us to stay safe during these times. I also have a giant Great Dane dog who you'll hear me complain about often. She's still a baby, and so she's very badly behaved. Let me tell you, disciplining a dog is nothing like discipline with children. I can't use positive discipline with my dog. When I tell her to make better choices, she doesn't listen. So you'll get to see pictures of her, and I'm sure she'll jump into some of our office hours if you join me for those. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about myself. I'm really excited for this semester. I know that it's going to be different. I know it's not going to look the same as being able to be face to face, but we're going to make it the best we possibly can together. So that's just a little bit about me, and I cannot wait to get to know a little bit more about you all. So take care, and I'll see you this semester.